Do you encourage or expect your players at your table to always be in character? Because if you do, you may be gatekeeping and not even realize it. This comment here reminds me of something that I always try to be aware of. I myself went to school for acting. It's something that I really enjoy. Improv, I'm really good at playing the face characters, and I always make sure that I'm proficient in some sort of charisma in order to help be the face of different groups or different moments within a game when I'm a player. But I'm also a DM. And I play with a lot of different players of varying skills and various backgrounds, new ones and old ones. And this comment here mentions that you should only have checks in conversation when you're determining something, when there's an outcome. But importantly, you should not always base the roles on how good the person is who's talking is speaking. Essentially, if you just do this, and there are ways to do it, so I'm not saying not to do it at all, but if you only base it on how good the argument is or how good the role play is from the person who's making it, then those who aren't confident in their improv skills or those who might still be new, who can't respond as well under pressure, you are punishing them for not being as good of a role player, an improver, or coming up with things on the spot compared to those who aren't. And this type of thing, I've seen it happen before, can chase people away and make them think, I must not be good enough to play this game then. So does that mean that you shouldn't give bonuses to people who make good arguments or who are good? And no, not necessarily. The answer here is to get to know your players, to know what their comfort levels are, to know what their skill levels are, and to then award them appropriately. Sure, if someone who's really good at role playing has a good moment, give them advantage, lower the DC. You can still reward them in some way, but if somebody else also has a moment where they maybe do better than they usually do, reward that. If you have a player who normally doesn't like to, they struggle to speak in character and they prefer to do it in third person, which is also very, very valid. In fact, I encourage that. When I have someone new in a game who has a harder time coming up with specific things, I encourage them to, what do you think that you would say? You can give me a sort of generalized idea of what it is you want to communicate, and then we'll roll to see how well or effective it is. We don't determine how successful strength checks should be by how strong you actually are in real life. So we shouldn't expect people who are trying to play a charismatic character to actually be that charismatic in the moment. Some people can, and that's great, but always try to keep in mind that we're having fun here. We're playing a game. We should be taking into consideration whether how we are implementing the rules is helping to promote that fun at the table or if it's affecting different people in different ways.